Back in episode 499, we looked at embeddings, where we were able to do vector searches within our Rails applications. And with this, we were able to do a similarity search based on the title of a blog post, but it was rather limited to just that. For example, we could do a search, and then that would return the relevant blog post. But in this episode, we're going to expand this further because not only on the title, but on the content as well, we have done all of the embeddings. And with this, we're going to be able to use something called RAG, which stands for Retrieval Augmented Generation. And we're going to be able to extract bits and pieces of this content and then use it for inference. So for example, I could say, what is embrace perfection? We'll send this, and then we should get some kind of response back. With that response, we can then follow up and ask other questions about it. And when we send this, it'll retain the context and then provide an answer that is relevant to what was asked. And so the purpose of this is to take what would normally be a really large amount of text and then extract the important bits and pieces of it so that you can then use it within some text generation. And this approach is important because when we are working with large language models, there's something called a context length. And with the context length, if you exceed it, that's when you'll start getting hallucinations from a large language model text generation. Because essentially it has lost the information that it had before, because now it is being overstuffed with new information. So with the RAG, it's not going to get the exact bits, but it's going to get chunks of the original text. And depending on how you set it up, it can get multiple chunks that would be relevant to your query. And from there, it doesn't have the entire concept or the entire context, but instead just the relevant bits that had the closest matches. And so that's what we're going to be looking at in this episode, where we can take the code that we did from the embeddings in episode 499 and then expand on that with the Retrieval Augmented Generation. And did you know that you can go to railsstore.com to get your own Ruby on Rails t-shirt or your Drift in Ruby t-shirt? To watch this full episode and more videos, visit driftinruby.com and subscribe to the Pro membership.